Well, it's that time again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the interview with Craig-Veltri.
Thank you, Megan Pennington, and welcome
Selah
to the
Haze.
interview. Her music is so sexy and seductive, it will break any vow of celibacy. While her latest single, All of Me, goes well with candlelight and rose petals, I will be featuring her 2023 single tonight at the end of the episode. It's very catchy and upbeat. It's an R&B banger, and the hook is guaranteed to live in your essence for the next several weeks. You're welcome. Recording in Pittsburgh and calling in from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here she is, Selah Haze. Selah, welcome to the interview.
Thank
Selah,
you.
excuse me.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Selah, am I getting that correct?
Yep, you got it right. Selah.
Okay. All right. So, thank you so much for coming on. And my first question is, Selah. Often appears. It's a beautiful name, and it often appears in the Bible. It's a Hebrew name. Is your family of Hebrew, or did they just like the name?
Oh no, so that is actually just my performance name.
Oh, okay. So it is a stage name.
Yes. Yes, and it was given to me by a friend. It was suggested and I was like I like the ring to it, and when I looked it up, that's when I found that out. And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." My original name starts with an S as well. And my last name is actually the same as my performance name. So I do have
You
some
just
truth in
changed the
it.
spelling of it.
It's just exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh, uh, you just like the look of it, the sound of it, just the way
Um,
it flew into each other, or you just wanted to keep your
Honestly,
name?
I was trying to figure out. So my original performance name was my middle name. So, which is Rebecca. So it
Okay.
was originally Rebecca Hayes. So I had that performance name for about probably like 2 years when I first got back into singing. And I don't know, I just wanted something that, I don't know, I just felt like that wasn't really fitting me. And I knew I wanted a different name,
Mhm.
but I didn't know what I wanted. And I just was talking about it one day. I'm just like, yeah, I've been trying to figure out, what I want to do with my name, but I wanted to still be somewhat of my real name. And a friend just was like, how about? So, I mean,
I mean,
yeah, it's just one of,
Rebecca Hayes sounds like somebody who does your taxes.
ah,
Selah Hayes sounds like that could look good on a marquee, and I'm certain in your area it does. The music are the Hayes a musical family? Are you do you have
I do have age appropriate music as well. Um, but that is more for my catalog, to more in my writing catalog as a writer. So that music I really won't really come out to with until I really finish just having something out that's me and not what someone else, from a different point of view of someone else's. If
Oh,
that makes
no,
sense.
I'm all that all well and good. I was just simply asking if there you come from a very musical town, certainly a big musical town as far as R&B is concerned, the Philadelphia Sound, the OJs, etc. So, not surprising that you become very attuned at doing the slow jams. But was that the music that was on in the house?
Yes, yes. I grew up with 90s R&B,
Okay.
Monica, Brandy. I was raised off like love music, Monica, Whitney, Deborah Cox, Tamia. So that definitely influenced it. I heard a lot of that growing up. I heard a lot of that in my community. So that definitely was a big influence on um, not just my music, but my writing style and the sound itself. Usually when I perform my song, they always tell me, you have a 90s vibe, like a 90s sound. And I love hearing that because that is my favorite type of music.
That is those are the slow songs that I first started to dance with at middle school, high school kind of dances and sing too. I mean, I loved Usher, I loved Tyrese, Joe. A lot of the songs kind of have uh,
Yeah.
that production. And I do want to talk about the production and general, because according to some of your social media that you are a vocal arranger. So are you all, is that to say you're also producing all of your stuff yourself?
I have help as far as the engineering part, but as far as the recording production part of it, I do that part. I just don't do the mixing and the mastering and stuff like that and the engineering part. But I do take part in the creative space on and how I want the melodies to be placed together or the harmonies to be put or the ad libs. And like, even if I want to add an effect of my voice, but changing it to something else, only I feel like I can really do that. So yeah.
We're here with Selah Haze on the Craig-Veltri interview, proud member of the Scarfire Media Podcast Network. For more on Scarfire Media, visit our website, scarfiremedia.com. Check out all the great podcasts on the Scarfire Media Podcast Network, including the Cool Brother Podcast. Fire Pit is up and running and is available now as of this recording. And thank you for listening to the Craig-Veltri interview. Like, share, and subscribe. I believe that at least I've heard, I counted 6 singles that I was listening to in the car and at the gym most of the week, and all of them but Tonight tend to be slower, and all of them have to do, or at least the main theme I would say is seduction. When you get in behind the pad and you get the beat going, is it the music talking to you, or is it you? Did you have somebody on your mind when you wrote these songs?
No, the beat talked to me. Um, and often, believe it or not, I actually freestyle most of my music. So I don't really write my music until after I record it and I listen back and I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to go with that. This is going to be the melody part, blase, blase. So that's kind of how I do it. It's very rare that I really sit down and write something because I like for it to be organic. I don't want to feel like I'm just trying to force it. If that, so, you know.
So as far as as far as the making of the beat and the beat eventually speaking to you, are you working on a program? Are you working on a keyboard? Are you working with a collaborator? Let's take Tonight, for example. What was the creative process as far as that song is concerned?
Oh, I collaborated on that with Judah. Do you know Judah Priest?
I've heard the name.
Okay, so I collaborated with that with him, and he worked the beat to me. We worked on it together, and I just wrote to it, and we recorded it, and that's how that happened. It was just kind of just like, you know, just just a vibe.
It's very bouncy, very of that area. I mean, I'm thinking like early Destiny's Child, Ashanti. I think could have touched that one, and a lot. And I will say this about your voice: it's not very head voice. It's not very sweet. There is some chest in it. It's very. Where do you sit in the choir? What's your vocal range?
Okay, you know I'm on a choir. Love that. Okay, so I sit in the second soprano, first alto, second alto, and I can also do tenor. I can do first soprano, but that's not my natural octave. My natural octave is alto.
Okay.
Although I can do soprano as well, but I mostly do second soprano. But every now and then, you know, if I want to be fancy, I go a little higher, just not Mariah Carey higher.
Yeah, if I can draw another comparison, you're not as you don't take us to church quite like Mary J. Blige does, but there is kind of that you're hitting similar notes in there as well, and it when the songs that are coming out, let's take All of Me for example. This is very much par for the course. You get in, you get the and by that I mean you get these beats going. It's very slow. It's very, you know, I mean it sounds like there should be candlelight coming on with these particular songs. How does it always seem to be a slow jam from Selah Haze?
I don't know, to be honest. those always just be the beats that I really, really love and connect with. But I am going to be coming out with more fast songs. I have, if you can see my library of music, of different type of music that I have pop, I have stuff for all types of genres. I even rap as well. So I do plan on coming out with more stuff to really showcase my writing abilities because I agree with you. I do have a lot of slow songs, and I say that all the time. Like, I need to come out with some of these songs that I have that's faster. But you know what? Sometimes it's a little intimidating because that's a side that I feel like my listeners haven't seen of me yet. So that's a fear I'm working on. So one day I'm just going to be like, whoosh. After I get those songs engineered, trust me, you're going to be like, okay, I see what she was talking about. So don't think I don't got it, because I definitely got all types of music. I just haven't came out with it yet. So
I would say not. I said nothing of the kind, and I think that the reason tonight stands out because it does show that you do have a lot of bounce to your music, that you do tend to fit a lot of words into the measure, and even in some of the longer songs. So that would suggest also that you do have the ability to spit some bars. So I'm not surprised to hear that at all. And in fact, I look forward to it. Selah Haze on the Craig-Veltri interview, now airing on Music from the 412, dropping every Monday morning at 8 a.m. and re-airing on Wednesday and Friday, and streaming continuously at musicfromthe412.com. And tonight from Selah Haze will be submitted for rotation on Music from the 412. So not only do you write, you also are acting in and around the Philadelphia area. I don't think anybody's going to be surprised to find out when I tell them that you're also a model. But let's talk about the acting first and foremost. I believe you were in a production rather recently, within the last month. Tell us about that.
Oh, so that was basically the Philly version of Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
And I played the Wicked Witch. And I actually did one of the most known and famous songs in The Wiz. Have you ever seen The Wiz before?
We had a we it was a Catholic high school in Charlotte, North Carolina. The year before I got there as a freshman, it was the whitest version of The Wiz you ever saw. So yeah,
I
I've heard
still
of
would
it.
love to see it though. I mean, listen, it's great when you see things from a different creative perspective. So,
Yes.
because you never know how it's going to turn out. It could be something great. So, I would have loved to see that.
The reviews were actually quite polite and nice about their stuff. But do tell us more about your version of the Wizard of
Okay,
Oz.
so yeah, so it was based off Philly, and I played the Wicked Witch of the West,
Mhm.
and I was trying to get my ruby sneakers.
Oh, okay. I was so were they Jordans? Were
No,
they Air Force Ones?
they just was sparkly sneakers, and they actually light up.
Wow. Okay. Uh, do tell me you got to keep them.
No, well, I was trying to get them. My sister, the house fell on my sister. They stole her sneakers. And you know how the rest of the story goes. Unfortunately, I never got my sneakers.
Okay. So in the course of the play, and for the and for the life after the curtain went down, you just can't win, Miss Hayes. I'm so sorry. But how active would you say that you are in the theater scene in Philadelphia? Is this like once a year, twice a year? Or?
I'm very, very, very active. Sing, dance. So have a lot of lines. Not that I don't mind. Oh, that rhymes. But yeah, a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect. A lot of rehearsals.
What companies are you usually working out of in Philly?
I work with a company called RGW Productions. I work with a company called 215 Live Entertainment. I also take and work with some Facebook pages for actors. And yeah, and I also just do a lot of submissions.
Submissions. What do you mean?
Like for acting opportunities, auditions, stuff like that. And that's how I network.
You're pretty close, and you're in a very good region for theater, and not 2 hours away from New York City. You're 6
I
hours
did a
away
show in New
from
York once.
Say again?
I did a show in New York once in Manhattan.
What was the venue?
It was, I don't remember the name of it, but it was years ago and it was a singing show. It's actually on my page. I'll actually send you some footage.
I'd be happy to see
Yeah.
it. In fact, we'll link it through there, which also brings me to this. There is footage of you performing, and for as great as these songs are, no music videos. Is there a reason for that?
Just acting. I was spending so much time last year on a lot of rehearsals. I was in two shows at the beginning of this year. I was doing background talent work. So acting took up a lot of my time. So I need to, I told myself after these next two shows that I do at the end of this year, that next year I really have to start with my visuals because honestly, it was acting taking up my time.
Hmm. That's interesting because I've done several music videos now, and that is in fact acting. So acting's taking away from acting in
Yeah, I
in your
have
own space.
rehearsals. I have a job. So it's like I at that time I had no free time. And on top of that, videos take money, production take money. So also just financial wise. And I'm going on a big trip this year. So, just different things it was multiple reasons, but I am every time I think about it, I'll be like, oh, I need to do some visuals. I need to do some visuals. I need to do some videos. And I have people behind me who will definitely help as far as the filmography part. So it's not that, it's more so just finding my space where that I want to rent to do it. It's a lot of details that go into it. I already got one of my slideshows for one of my music videos that I want to do of all the angles I want of what part of the room, what scenes I want for which verses. So I've been working on it behind the scenes on how I want the production to be, but as far as doing it, it hasn't happened yet. But I need to make it happen.
Hmm.
I need to make it happen.
Uh, you sound like Scarfire HQ. We're kind of in the process of myself and my partner Megan Pennington and Moonshine Vagabonds. We're constantly getting treatments ready to go for our first couple of music videos. The rollout isn't happening as I reach into my pocket and a moth flies across the screen.
So you
So,
understand, right?
no, all empathy here with you, Selah Haze, on the Craig-Veltri interview, and with a presence now on patreon.com, where you can get your hands on the Craig-Veltri interview archive for just $5 a month. We will be updating weekly to show old episodes not available currently on streaming, and perhaps episodes not available ever, have never been available. So keep your eyes on Patreon, Craig-Veltri interview archive, patreon.com/CVI archive. All of the episodes will be uploaded before the end of July. That will be the next tier. So keep it locked to the patreon.com CVI archive. Send me your human monies. So you mentioned you're about to have a big trip. Is it music related or
Oh no, this is
is it
my
music or
birthday
leisure?
related. This is my birthday related. And I always go on vacations every year anyway, but I never go for my birthday. So I was like, this year, for once, when I go on vacation, I'm going to go for my birthday and not anybody else's. So,
Where are you heading?
I'm going to Japan.
Have you ever been?
Nope. First time.
Uh, why Japan?
It was always on my bucket list. It was always on my vision board. I've been checking places that I wanted to visit. Off my vision board in Japan is on there. So I was like, you know what? This is going to be the last year that it's tax free. So I might as well hop on it this year in Japan. And yeah.
Have you been, how many continents have you been to? Are you a regular traveler?
I'm a regular yearly traveler. Not like all the time, but I've been to a few places. I've been to Colombia, Jamaica, Aruba, Greece, DR, Ecuador, Costa Rica, and where was the place where we went on the slide? I
So I
can't think of
count.
the other place right now, but we went on a big slide there, and it was really fun. It was scary too, but oh, if it comes to me, I'll say it. But I've been
Well,
to a good amount.
I'm counting South America, Asia will be Japan. You've been to Europe. That leaves Africa, Antarctica, and Australia off the board. Any plans
Yes.
for
I don't
those?
want to go to Australia, but definitely Africa. I'm
Antarctica.
definitely Africa.
Dear friend of our show, Jazz Byers, who's on Music from the 412, and I've been on his show twice. Jazz's Rock and Road Show. He actually won awards for a multi-part series on his trip to Antarctica.
Oh, you say Antarctica?
Antarctica.
Did he hear any crazy conspiracy theories?
You know,
Or
we
we can't
mentioned it
talk
in
about that.
passing.
Or we can't talk about that.
No. We're more than happy. I mean, because I think I made a joke of it, and it's just like, you stand on it and you take the proper coordinates that the conspiracy theorists have, and they have it all wrong, and it's all of a sudden, poof, your world has blown away. But he really enjoyed it, and he's got a good show. I'll have to tell him about you and your plans for world travel. He'd love to have you on for sure. Uh,
Yes.
so travels for leisure aside, as far as the business is concerned, we already talked about your plans for the music videos. What are your plans for new music? You've already talked about the types of songs you're planning on getting. How soon are you going back in the studio? How soon you're going to have a new single or album ready to go?
Well, I have a studio in my crib, so I'm always working on music. That's
Okay.
the luxury of having a studio, and investing into your craft is you don't have to wait for anyone. When you're in the mood, you just hop on the mic and sing your heart out. So, as far as new music, when I come back from vacation, for sure. So, let's say maybe in like November.
Okay.
Let's say November.
Okay. I'll mark you
You
down
know, but
for
I gotta
November.
hold myself to that now. Let's say November.
Year to be determined. On top of that, you don't have to. You point in the direction of it. You don't have to show us the studio. Are we talking like a whole like 20 channel board
Oh,
isolation booth?
I'm not that experienced with that big type of absolutely, and that take a lot of darn
Hmm.
power and a lot of space on your computer, and I would need a lot of more room because honestly, yeah, I would need bigger drives for all that. But it's just like your standard studio with a mic, with your interface, with my big speakers, with my computer, with the programming. So it's just your average starter studio for someone who is just doing I guess you could say the recording part of it. So yeah. Because son, let me tell you something. I have heard magic. And when I be like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. You would find out somebody did it in their closet with just a computer and a microphone. And sometimes you realize that the best songs, if it's an amazing song, it could be made anywhere.
It all begins with a song, as my friends over at the National Songwriters Association International like to say, and I've talked to a couple of guys that have engaged in what is known as bedroom pop. Yes, some of it is slow. Some of it does lend itself to slow jams, but really, it's just stuff that they wrote at the edge of the bed, recorded, and next thing you know, it's on the Billboard charts. So it can be done, and I mean, this is a basement office, and I do most of my demos here. I don't release any of my stuff that I do here. I do
Why?
take it.
Why you don't release anything? Well, if you don't mind me asking.
Not at all, not at all. I take it to Nashville. I always
Okay.
I I know that my demos can lend a little bit more, and I do osmosis. I think within about 5-10 years, if I'm still upright, I'll probably wind up getting a studio at some point. So we'll see. But
Yeah.
and kind of go into the producing thing. But I guess I think I'm like you. I like just being out. I like being out performing. I like releasing my own stuff. And as much as I love helping others, I'm not ready to full on making other people's music. Even though you're self-produced, are you helping other people with their music?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Are you producing anybody else other than you?
Oh, if somebody asked me, yes, because I wouldn't even know how to go about that. You know what I mean? Some people, you would like Philly, believe it or not, even though the artist community is, once you be out there, you realize it's pretty small. You start to see a lot of the same people. And one of the things that I will say that I kind of like a little bit about being a singer is a lot of times at these shows is not that many singers. Even the women are rappers. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And even the women who are rappers, they do. Some of them do sing in between, like a little Lauryn Hill vibe,
Yeah.
or like a little Doja Cat vibe and stuff like that. But as far as just like singers, it never really be any women singers there besides myself, and maybe every now and then someone else. But it's very rare. Even the males at these shows, I barely ever see male singers, and I'm just like, I
Hmm.
know they exist because I when I'm doing theater, I'm around them. So, but yeah.
Hmm. Uh, I when the scene is often that saturated, I've always believed that you can either be better or you can be different, and that I think that sounds like you've got a leg up. And little do they know you can rap. So, yeah, yep. I'm sure you'll barrel through them all soon enough. We have a nice way of closing here on the Craig-Veltri interview. It is called the No Kidding Questionnaire. It is a couple of rapid fire questions. The first thing that comes to your mind, Miss Hayes, whenever you're ready, and away we
Okay.
go. Childhood celebrity crush.
Chris Brown, Bow Wow.
About what was it about him? Just how adorable, and then eventually how handsome he became. His singing and acting style. What was it about the guy?
Because at my age at that time when he came out, we really didn't have that many like child rappers. So he was kind of like one of the first ones. We did have groups like Creative Bad Creative. You ever heard of them before? It was like a boy group, and they had like really young kids rapping.
Another bad creation, if I remember
Yes, yes.
correctly.
You ever
Yes,
heard of them?
yes.
Yes. So I mean,
Aisha,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But they wasn't around my age group. So when Bow Wow came out, it was like, huh, finally a rapper around my age group. He's so cute, you know? So
And as much as I love the guys in New Edition, Belle Biv DeVoe, I believe, found another bad creation. Those songs were terrible. It was like just
and they
so
said,
on the nose about songs about kids and by kids. But puppy love, there was an understanding that there was more on the horizon than just you know blowing kisses and whatever it was we did
yeah.
as pre teens at that point in time. Uh, Follow-up question: Is Bow Wow the kind of guy that you find somebody like Bow Wow? Is that the type of guy you found yourself dating over the years?
No, that was when I was a kid. I
Hmm.
don't got a crush on him now.
you, you, you you say that like he ain't shit now. It's like
Oh no, no, it's just that was my first crush, celebrity crush. So I had, I mean, but the more I grew up, I was just like, oh, Bow Wow's cool. And I actually met him.
oh, did you?
Yes. I'm going to actually find, because I know I put that picture on my profile. I'm going to find a picture. And I used to be a tomboy back in the day. So I had my hat on backwards and I had on this poofy jacket wrapped around my waist. And I didn't believe my older cousin when he told me that he was going to he going to get me to meet Bow Wow. I thought he was lying. And he got me to meet Bow Wow. And I also got put on punishment because I got home late trying to meet Bow Wow. And I was just like, my cousin, I was so scared. I was shaking. And my cousin, he was trying to take the picture with like the Polaroid pictures back in the day, the cameras you had to take and go get developed. He was trying to take a picture and I would not get in. I was like stuck. I couldn't move. And he was like, my cousin was holding the camera. He's like, get in the picture. And I just was like, I was going over like this. And I
So
couldn't move. I
shy.
just stood next to him like this on the picture. And I didn't, and just was like, I was so nervous. I was stuck.
I I can't remember who it was, but I remember a similar celebrity encounter. No, what I meant was, was that did you wind up did you wind up dating, rappers that tended to wear baggy clothes and stuff like that?
No,
No.
absolutely not. That is not my type of guy.
Okay.
And it never was.
Mm.
And it's funny because you will be surprised what my type of guys are. So, but yeah, but absolutely not.
We'll save that for another interview. What was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject was what was my favorite subject? It probably would have been anything with art.
Anything but
Oh,
art.
oh, no, anything with art, I said.
Anything with. Okay, sorry.
Um, I don't really think now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really think I had a favorite subject. I did like technology class, but
Okay,
that's
so you
not
like
really,
working with computers.
yeah, that was fun. But I don't really think I had a favorite subject. I just was like, get good grades and go home. You know?
Do the work, off I go. So
Yes. And I'm just being honest. And if gym was a subject, that might be my favorite.
you mentioned you were a tomboy. How many sports did you letter in high school?
I played basketball, I ran track, and it was actually my fault that we got disqualified when we was running the pin relays because of me. And we
What
had
did
the
you
highest.
do?
I went over the line before I passed the baton to my track member.
Oh, simple
And
mistake.
I was supposed to, I know, and we won. We had the highest score as far as time. And we were so happy. We're like, yeah, we're going back to the bleachers, like, yeah. And I remember my coach was just looking at us, and the boys who were sitting waiting their turn on our team as well. And nobody was saying nothing. We're like, why nobody celebrating with us? Do you see our time? We're like, and my coach says, y'all got disqualified. And I was like, and we're like, what? And it was my behind. It was all because of me.
I hope you guys didn't have to travel to Harrisburg for those.
Oh no, it was in Philadelphia.
Okay, well, at least the bus ride home was short after that one.
Yeah,
So.
let's just say I didn't. I heard about that for months as a joke from my coach, and the bad thing about it, my coach was my teacher. So imagine having to hear that. Don't cross the line, and he was like a jokester. So he would do little funny things and put lines. And I'm like, hey, don't like as a joke, and I'm just like,
which makes me look forward to your music videos even more. But what occupation other than your own would you like to attempt?
What occupation of the who?
What occupation other than your own would you like to
Oh,
attempt?
well, something that's already in my occupation right now, but more of okay. So I'm currently, I don't know if I want to tell my business like that because I feel like if I tell you that I'm gonna be all right. I right now am currently aiming towards something that's still in my field, but a little bit different than what I do currently. So that's why
Okay.
when you ask it, I'm like, oh. So it's more towards like project management type of role where
Okay.
I'm managing like different projects because in my current role at work, I already kind of do that type of work where I do a lot of different things and figure out different trends and how to get different. I don't want to go too far into detail about how
So
analytical
so
I am, but
so
that
you want a promotion within the job you're
no, no,
currently
no, 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 not my job. I will.
Gotcha. All right. Gotcha. On the other side of the coin, I don't care how many bags of money are handed to you. What job under no circumstances would you ever want to attempt? And it can be something that you have done before.
I would not want to attempt nothing that got to do with me getting in a sewer with a whole bunch of like crap and nasty stuff.
That's a popular one. No further questions on that one. And since we have worked up a healthy appetite with the imagery, what is your go-to food on a road trip?
A sandwich,
What's on it?
turkey, bacon, provolone cheese, lettuce, tomato, and mayo, and a bag of chips.
I'm coming to find that in Philadelphia, the answer does not lie on one particular corner, and you know the one I'm talking about. Gino's in the other place. Who has it better? Pat's, I believe it's called.
I don't know because I don't eat from there. I don't. Don't nobody eat from there. Only
Really?
only people who don't know no better come to Philly and go to there.
That's what I
I mean,
heard after we
well,
did the challenge.
okay, it do have people that eat there because clearly they still in business.
Mm.
But like, that's not the go-to place in Philly. We just kind of cheesesteaks are so popular here, so you just have to find a place that has a lot of places have good ones, and a lot of places are starting to make specialized ones. So
Where's your favorite?
my favorite is at this pizza shop called
Hmm.
Tony's Palace, actually.
Okay.
And
Uh,
I love their buffalo chicken cheesesteak. It's really good. If it's a night where I'd be like, all right, I can deal with a little heartburn, I'll go for that.
yeah. Uh, get my Lanta on the way home from it. Worth it. Gotcha. Well, since we probably have found the venue for the upcoming question, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Whitney Houston.
One of my early influences. Do you have a favorite Whitney song?
I have so many, but one of them is I Want to Run to You.
From the Bodyguard. Great song. Is
Made
that
me
one
cry when I first heard it.
mm, uh growing up, I eventually moved to Nashville, and yeah, her version of I Will Always Love You, as much as I love Dolly's version, Vince Gill does a really great version of it. Nobody tops Whitney as far as that song is concerned,
Yeah.
though my favorite of hers, myself, here's a dark horse. It's not right, but it's okay.
I love it. Who? It's not right, but it's okay.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
make
make
it
it
anyway.
anyway. I look forward to being sued for doing that.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
We
kidding.
we gonna look. We'll just mute it out now. You can see my mouth.
So, I didn't do that, but so why did I do that then? But uh, the conversation with Whitney, would it be what would be would it be getting tips from her about it, or would it just be, low key chill chatting?
I would just want to chat, and I will also just want to get some tips about singing too. Yeah, so yes, get some tips, but also just about life in the industry. Like I feel like but that would be one of the minor things I talk about. I would just want to just have fun and have a regular conversation. I wouldn't want to make her think about the industry or singing too much. I would just want to get a perspective of who she is, not as a singer, but just as Whitney. So it's a mixture of things. So yes, tips, but also just regular conversation. And she's from Jersey, so we cousins.
I've always said, people say, "Oh, you're from Pittsburgh. I'm from Philly." I'm like, we're not the same. Pittsburgh's the gateway to the Midwest. You guys are practically New Jersey, so
Yeah.
we're not the same. Similar attitudes though. Um, what is your biggest pet peeve?
People who don't have manners.
Uh, what specifically?
Like they don't say thank you. They're not polite to people. They like to sneeze on you without saying excuse me and not covering their mouth.
I've never seen anybody happily sneezing, especially
Oh,
onto somebody.
you'll be surprised.
Must be a Philly thing.
That most definitely.
Oh my gosh. Uh,
Like just not having manners.
hmm. I mean, you're a tomboy. Do you remain a, Philly sports fan as well?
No.
Is it because of the bad manners?
No. And yes, don't get me started on our fans. Oh gosh. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, y'all make me feel bad for being a part of Philadelphia. But It's my art, Philadelphia. Other people that I know say like we have some crazy fans. Great. Some of the stuff that I have heard and seen just on social media, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it is not that serious. My goodness.
I've seen some really fun Philadelphia fan crash outs, and we are talking about the same fans. Say it with me, that once threw snowballs at Santa Claus. I'm need I say more? Last question of the questionnaire. What is the best advice that anyone has ever given you?
Hmm. Oh, well, this is one of the best advice. In order to listen. The word silent. You must be silent. And also that if you're in a room where you think you know it all, you're in the wrong room.
Advice I learned about 30 years too late in my life, but I'm getting better about that. Where'd you learn that? Who taught that to you?
A random guy when I was going to vocal lessons when I was younger, the silent one. In order to listen, you must be silent. He told me that some random guy. I think it was just like working in the place where like buffering the floors or something. And I don't even know how we got on the conversation, but he said that to me when I was younger, and I was like, wow. That's why when people talk, I try to not like interrupt them and be silent and just really hear what they're saying and just be present with what they're talking about. But for the most part, and the other one, I think I heard that other one like in a quote or something. I think it might have been like a quote that I just like randomly came across. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that was just like a random quote that I came across, and it just always stuck in my mind. So yeah.
Yeah. Uh, it kind of goes into a more extreme example. I've often heard it said from several people, too many to listen, that if everybody you know is an asshole, guess what? You're an
You're an
asshole.
asshole.
So well, Selah Haze, this has been illuminating. There's one more part to this show. It should be your favorite part of this show. It is time for shameless self promotion. We're going to listen to Tonight at the end of this episode, but All of Me is the new single. Where can we find it? Where can we find you? Plug your pluggables, fire away.
Yes, you can find my music on all platforms, and it is under Selah Haze. All of Me and all the rest of my music will also pop up.
Well, Selah Haze, a delight to have discovered your music and wonderful time spending the better part of this hour chatting with you. Thank you for joining me here on the Craig-Veltri interview.
Thank you.
The Craig-Veltri interview, where Craig-Veltri interviews wonderful people, is a production of Scarfire Media, the voice of the independent artist, written and edited by Craig-Veltri. Your announcer is Megan Pennington. The opening theme, Shut Up, I Love You, written by Trenton Chandler and Craig-Veltri, performed by Craig-Veltri, produced by Jack Gavin. And now a brief word regarding Moonshine Vagabonds and Rock the Raceway. As many of you know, Megan Pennington and I thought we had achieved victory in the round of 64, and we're moving on to the round of 32 in the Rock the Raceway Festival contest. Unfortunately, Moonshine Vagabonds were victim of a voting farm scam that affected 13 other bands in the bracket. All of those votes were canceled out, and our opponent, Citizens X, had more votes, and therefore they will be moving on to the round of 32. Megan and I would like to congratulate Citizens X on a really well fought round, and we hope they go far in that tournament. As for Moonshine Vagabonds moving forward, we're going to get back to work. So we thank Rock the Raceway for the opportunity. We're disappointed by the outcome, but we're not hanging our hats on one singular event. We are hanging our hats on a long career, and that's just one day and one stop in it. And that's just show business. That's just the breaks, and it's not going to break us. So thank you to all who voted and those that did vote and send screenshots into Moonshine Vagabond social medias. You are entered into the contest that would award the winner a $50 grocery gift card. We're giving 2 of those away, and Megan and I will draw the winners within the week. Keep it locked to all of our social medias. So in the spirit of back to work, Inside the Cabin is available now on all streaming. Support Moonshine Vagabonds by downloading direct from Bandcamp. And it's time to update the event calendar, because you must know where I am at all times. Friday, July 17th, Megan and I just booked this one. We are headed to the Yard at Perry in Buffalo, New York from 7:30 to 10 on July 17th. That's tonight if you're watching this as this airs. Then on Saturday, July 18th, I will be heading down to Myrtle Beach by my Losum to Tin Roof from 6 to 9. Back again to Tin Roof on Wednesday, July 22nd, again from 6 to 9. Then on Thursday, July 23rd, I'll be heading to Central City Tavern in Sugar Hill, Georgia, just north of Atlanta, from 6 to 9 p.m. For full dates, including Pittsburgh, Chicago, and Nashville, visit my website, craig-veltri.bandzoogle.com. For booking info, including full band in this podcast, email me at craig-veltri@gmail.com. You can find the interview on Facebook by searching the Craig Veltri interview, musicfrom412.com, and you can find me on Instagram, or as my old roommate, the Tommy Thomas, used to call it, Instagirl, at craig.veltri. For Selah Haze, I'm Craig Veltri, and this has been the Craig Veltri interview. With that, I'll pass. Here's Selah Haze with Tonight on the Craig Veltri interview, proud member of the Scarfire Media Podcast Network and Music from the 412.
All your trust, all your trust, all your trust. So won't you come over tonight? You know you want my loving, so why you got me bugging? Oh yeah, you got me so caught up and you see it, baby. You know that I need it. You know you want my kisses, it's me that you're missing. Oh yeah, I want you so bad, baby. I'm feeling. Somebody wake me up in my dreaming. Wanna give my love to you, so baby don't deny the truth. I wanna give my heart to you. I'ma show you that my loving is for real. So baby, come over tonight. So baby, give me all your love, and I guarantee that I'll be enough for you. 'Cause if you give me all your trust, then I can do you right. So won't you come over tonight? 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 You know you wanna be here with me every weekend. Oh yeah, you got me so stuck that I can't stand it. I can't help but to be so demanding. I know you wanna play games, but baby I don't play fair. Oh no, you gotta show me that you deserve it. You gotta prove to me that you're worth it. Give my love to you, so baby don't deny the truth. I wanna give my heart to you. I'ma show you that my loving is for real. So baby, come over tonight. So baby, give me all your love, and I guarantee that I'll be enough for you. 'Cause if you give me all your trust, then I can do you right. So won't you come over tonight? You know you want my loving, so why you got me bugging? Oh yeah, you got me so caught up and you see it, baby. You know that I need it. You know you want my kisses, it's me that you're missing. Oh yeah, I want you so bad, baby.